So I'm hearing that there's an umbrella here that is just elevating kind of just business owners of all types. We've got probably thousands, maybe more, of engineers, people in the technical trades, some of who I like to call accidental business owners, where they became really good at something and then they realized they needed to expand. And then suddenly they're running a business and all they wanted to do was the thing that they're trained at. And now that's the last thing that they're doing. So you guys are helping solve that. You guys are helping connect these thousands of engineers and technical tradespeople who don't have enough work to the thousands of companies who need engineers and technical tradespeople, but when they look, they can't find anybody. And then when you're providing the work through your guys' vendor network, that's kind of the proof of your guys' marketing engine.
I like the statement. So, you can work with Phoenix Engineering two different ways, right? So one, you can work with their vendor network. Like if you're a PE or an engineer, right, and you want to do contract work on the side, it's a great program because Phoenix Engineering handles all the mess for you, right? All the complex stuff that you really don't want to handle as an engineer, like they take care of that. And, you do cool work that you want to do and you get a paycheck for it. It's simple, right? But if you have an engineering firm, you're looking to grow, you're looking to scale, it's a whole different thing, right? And in those cases, we can still help you, right? You can come talk to us at Phoenix Marketing. We can get you leads. You can talk to, the business services department at Phoenix Engineering. They can help you with accounting and taxes and all that stuff that, typically like engineers don't really want to handle or really aren't efficient for them to handle, right? The best thing that we can do for this industry is keep engineers doing what they do best, which is engineering, and just handle everything else for them so that they can crank out as much work as they possibly can without, having to deal with all of the things that they're not efficient at.
And you see that a lot with the early businesses and entrepreneurs, right? Yeah, and you nailed it there just a minute ago, Roman. They end up doing everything else instead of what they're good at. And that's the part that we've got to fix, right? They don't need to figure out how to run payroll. They don't need to figure out how to send a proposal and chase someone down and call them 15 and 20 times and show up in their childhood birthday photos. Like, we can handle all that kind of stuff. Just do the work. That's what we need. That's what the end customer needs. They need their plant built. They need their product fixed. They need their component figured out so they can do it at a lower cost so they can compete and they can sell it around the world, because we need that product. That we're not going to stop needing stuff, but we are in a spot in the world where we're stopping building things in other places. The demographics around the world are not amazing. They're pretty good in North America. We'll still have customers. We'll still have people that can do things. The problem is we don't have the industrial base. We moved it out, and now we've got to move it all back. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot more trucks. There's a lot more talk of building power plants. There's a lot more groundbreaking in industrial parks. There's a lot of stuff going on. Drive through anywhere in the state of Texas right now, and it's crazy. There are so many buildings and so many companies and so many things going up. And what do every single one of those need? They need everything. They need surveying. They need a foundation. They need a design. They need to figure out how to get water and power and all those things to their plant. They need to build their machines. They need to figure out how to get their personnel in. They need training. They need business systems. They need all of those kind of things. And that's what we're trying to help. And we might just be a small piece. It's the old story of the guy on the beach and he throws a starfish back into the sea. And another dude's like, "What the hell are you doing, man? There's like 10,000 starfish out here. You're not going to make a difference." And you're like, "Well, I made a difference to that starfish," right? So I think that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to be there for people. We're trying to help them and let them know that they're not alone, that we've got them, and whatever it is they need, no matter how crazy, hit us up. And there's some really crazy things that Heather's found solutions for, and our group has found solutions for, and we have a massive network of customers and vendors, and somebody out there can help you. And the cool part is, if we can't, we'll tell you, and then we'll tell you what we can do next, because we're not going to leave you alone, and we're not going to leave you just hanging. We're not going to ghost you. We're not going to disappear. We are going to answer the phone, and it's going to be okay.